Hundreds of bodies lying on top of each other. All of them had been shot in their heads and their necks. She had to look at all of their beautiful faces before she found our dear Rubina.
More than 2,400 protesters have been killed since Iran launched a brutal crackdown to crush dissent last month. According to a U.S.-based rights group, over 18,000 people have been arrested. The Utah man suspected of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk was back in court yesterday. CBS's Adriana Diaz.
Attorneys for 22-year-old Tyler Robinson are asking a judge to disqualify the prosecutors in the case. They say there's a conflict of interest as one of the prosecutor's sons was at the event where Kirk was killed. Robinson is charged with aggravated murder, and prosecutors have said they plan to seek the death penalty if he is convicted. Robinson has pleaded not guilty.
Prosecutors are expected to lay out their case against Robinson at a preliminary hearing scheduled to begin May 18th. A significant update from Milwaukee Public Schools. The state just released the final $8 million it was withholding because of the district's missed financial reports.
Milwaukee Public Schools got the money. It also officially submitted its 2024-2025 audit. Superintendent Dr. Brenda Cassellius says this marks a major step forward in fixing long-standing financial issues.
Oh, it's such a big moment. It really is, being able to work on our operational efficiencies here, particularly in our finance department.
To make sure there aren't future financial problems, MPS is implementing new systems that upload data right to the state.
We're fixing that now and really excited about the work going forward, which is going to help us with our reporting and our transparency to the community.
Jessica Tai, WTMJ News.
Passengers on board Milwaukee County buses will soon see new measures to fight both fare evasion and threats to drivers.
2 pilot programs focused on enhancing driver safety on MCTS buses and requiring riders to pay roll out January 19th. The safety plan will include plainclothes sheriff's deputies on targeted bus routes, along with plans to test larger operator shields that recently entered the market. Meanwhile, MCTS will also deploy uniformed security personnel at high evasion bus stops and on select buses to deter fare evasion. Officials say both pilots will run throughout 2026. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Drivers who use the 27th Street exit should prepare for a major detour tied to work over on I-94.
A long-term closure is coming to the 27th Street Bridge over I-94 as part of ongoing reconstruction in Milwaukee County. Wisconsin DOT's Eric Hansen says
operations here include building a new bridge pier beneath the existing bridge.
He says the goal is to safely replace the structure over the freeway.
That way we can replace the bridge section that spans over I-94.
The 27th Street Bridge will close starting February 2nd. Debbie Laziga, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:04.
An evening of wine, conversation, and empowerment. Join us for Women, Wealth, and Wisdom, Love and Lies Unveiled. Hosted by Annex Wealth Management at Ruby Tap in Mequon on January 22nd. Through real-life examples and expert insights, you can build skills to navigate online interactions safely and responsibly. Enjoy great company and insights designed for women who want clarity and control. It's more than an event. It's an opportunity to invest in yourself. January 22nd in Mequon. Reserve your spot today at annexwealth.com.
The 6th annual Hales Corners Hometown Boat Show is on now at MW Marine. Check out the newest fishing boats from Lund, Vexus, and Ranger, all powered by Mercury Outboards. Grab a gorgeous 2026 model or save big on remaining 2025 Mercury-powered boats with substantial rebates. Demand is high, so get to MW Marine today. Free parking and free admission. Don't miss the Hometown Boat Show at MW Marine, MWMarine.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea for you this weekend. Enjoy a free Saturday night dinner at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. It's the most affordable dining destination anywhere. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free, even on weekends. Wow. Try the twin lobster tails, the honey glazed salmon, the steak and lobster, pasta, even prime rib on Saturday, any entree, all buy one, get one free, desserts and huge, delicious ice cream drinks included. Sip on an old-fashioned, maybe a Manhattan. They have 20 bourbons, 100 wines, a rustic bar that's gorgeous, 8 unique dining rooms, 7 real wood-burning fireplaces. I recommend the all-you-care-to-eat Sunday brunch. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. It's fantastic. Fox and Hounds, tucked into the Kettle Moraine Forest, just off Highway 167 near Holy Hill, serving Saturday lunch from 11 to 2. Enjoy a free world-class dinner this weekend. Tables are open. Check it out, the famous Fox and Hounds.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Negotiations on a multi-year contract extension for Matt LaFleur continue in Green Bay. If talks break down, ESPN's Adam Schefter believes the market for LaFleur would be strong.
If the Green Bay Packers don't work it out, I'm telling you right now, Matt LaFleur would get more money from other teams, and there would be multiple teams, in my mind, that would be willing to step in and offer draft pick compensation to the Green Bay Packers to get it done.
The Bucs get the weekend off with the next game set for Monday against the Hawks in Atlanta. The Admirals play the Griffins tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time in Michigan. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We are still seeing those backups on I-94 heading eastbound near where the site of the crash is at the exit near St. Paul, but they're getting diminishing as we speak. Other than that, no major incidents, no major delays, but it is slippery out there, so stay safe.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, scattered snow showers, high of 22. Tomorrow, scattered snow showers and windy, high of 18. Monday, partly cloudy and very cold, high of 6. Tuesday, slight chance of snow, partly sunny, high of 16 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's 22. In Madison, it's 12. In Waukesha, it's 13. And in Milwaukee, we are at 14 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 9:08.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Strap yourselves in for the next hour. We talk travel with Rose Gray. And speaking of travel, kind of hairy getting down here.
Yeah, Elizabeth mentioned it, and it's true. The roads are dicey. It's a combination of sand, salt on the roads. I heard David mention it in an earlier segment that the lines are not visible, so you don't know where the lanes are. And I was behind a plow, so that's impossible to pass. You've got traffic on either side, and so just be safe out there. Put your lights on, drive slow.
Yes, well, we're glad you're here safely.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk travel, and we have an FWT link, as always.
We do have an FWT link, and this is a good one, kids. So if you go to, if you text to 855-616-1620, FWT, F is in Fox, W World, T is travel, caps, uppercase is best. It doesn't autocorrect. Then you will get a link to a very exciting event that is happening at Maggiano's. Always a big hit when we do things at Maggiano's, called Sip and Savor Travel Show with a Globus tour director. This happens on February 12th from noon to 2. We call it sells out every time we offer it. You don't have to purchase a ticket, but you do have to register because we do have limited seating at Maggiano's. So we will have light refreshments and beverages at Maggiano's in Wauwatosa. That's at Mayfair Mall. But this time, although they're always fabulous when Globus sponsors them, this time we have Roseanne Forrester, who is a tour director from Globus, coming along, which always brings such authenticity to these types of events because this is a tour director from Globus who can speak to what it's like to be on an actual group tour with a manager, with a tour manager. So although on our groups you're always going to have a Fox World Travel tour manager, this is the person that is going to be the one that has the in-depth knowledge of that destination. You have experienced this and you know what it's like to talk to the tour director. Yeah. So this is Roseanne, and although she is mainly focusing right now on England, Ireland, and Scotland, she's been all over the world. She's been a tour director all over the world. So I highly encourage FWT to 855-616-1620 so that you can register, because I have a very strong suspicion that next week, Saturday, when I'm here, I will not be talking about this because it will have already sold out.
And you're far enough in advance here, so when you sign up, put it on your calendar and actually go. Yeah. Don't just sign up and not go because you're limiting somebody else from going to the event. So.
Precisely. And I have to say, we're Midwest nice around here. When we have people who can't make it, they will call us and cancel so that we can put somebody from the wait list on.
Oh, that is so nice of people. And that's just courteous.
Yes, very much so.
So FWT to 855-616-1620. Fox World Travel's gone event crazy all of a sudden.
We
are
have
hosting events all over the place.
After COVID, I think we just brought it back, and it's so much fun to be in person.
Yes. We are going to take our first break, but we'd love to hear from you. That same number, 855-616-1620, is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We're talking travel because it's the Fox World Travel Show.
For 31 years, WTMJ homeowners have trusted Siding Unlimited to transform their homes into dream homes. From windows and doors to siding, roofing, and decks, our team delivers craftsmanship that lasts. Because we're not just remodeling homes, we're building relationships. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. We started right here in Milwaukee, and after 3 decades, we're still guided by the same family values that help us deliver quality, honesty, and local pride. Whether you're ready for a full exteriors facelift or just replacing a couple windows and a door, trust the team that's been serving Wisconsin families for generations. For siding, roofing, windows, and doors, let Milwaukee's National Contractor of the Year, Siding Unlimited, give you a free estimate and start the process today. Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com. That's sidingunlimited.com.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring,
or a better diamond,
or a better price,
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's been almost 70 years, and Marty's Pizza is still going strong in Delafield.
Hey, you keep the pizza tasty, and our loyal fans will keep on coming.
I think Marty's Pizza can hang right up there with anyone.
100% real mozzarella cheese because we just can't skimp. The freshest veggies, and a sauce recipe that's Hall of Fame worthy.
And our crust? I never see anyone throwing our crust away.
Remember Marty's Pizza right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield, because it's delicious. You know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while, and one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad. And we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at marty'spizzadelafield.com.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. Scattered snow, windy, a high of 22 today. It is slippery out there, 13 currently in Milwaukee. Makes me want to get out of this place and go somewhere else, like maybe Italy.
Exactly. So we do have a new tour out. So if you go to foxworldtravel.com, where you can also go to the Stay Connected page and get the link to the Sip and Savor Travel Show, which is happening February 12th. But why would you do that when we're more than happy to just send it to you on your phone if you text FWT to 855-616-1620. But we do have a very exciting new tour. We had so many people that were on wait lists for our sold out Best of Italy that smart travel group travel department put together Treasures of Italy 2026. So we still have a tour that's doing 2026, October 15th to the 25th, and it is called Treasures of Italy. Now, it's a little bit different than the Best of Italy, but not really very different than that one. It's again, you can find it at Treasures of Italy, and there's what Dayton loves about. One of the things Dayton loves about our website is when you open up these group trips, you can see a map. You see a map,
Yes.
and then you see below that a day-by-day itinerary of everything that's going on. And so we start in Rome, and we go to Lucca, one of the most wonderful cities in the world. Tuscany after that, we see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Stick around Tuscany for a while. Do Florence, Verona. You get to see where Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers were on that balcony. The canals of Venice. Then we do Assisi. And then at the end, we return. So take a look at that. For those of you who were wishing you could still make an Italy group tour work this year, we can make that happen. October 15th to the 25th. I must apologize, Dayton, to the listeners. Last week, as I was getting ready to tell you about this particular trip and said you'll want to tune in, I misread an email and said all of our 27s were going to be available this week. That is not true. So I apologize for all of you that waited with bated breath on Monday for those to show up on the website. It'll more likely be close to the very end of this month or at the very latest the first week of February.
Okay.
So we're trying to get them out earlier than our traditional April-May launches. So stay tuned for that. And for those of you who thought Rose is a big fat liar, I apologize.
We're only human.
That's exactly
as the song
right.
goes.
That's
so
exactly
the other
right.
thing I love about the website is all the photos that your teams grab. And now on this Italy one, I can go, I saw that. I was there. That's awesome. If you've never been to Italy, take this trip. Take
There you
this
go.
trip. It's amazing.
There you go. And so all at Dayton, I'm looking at the pictures right now, the Bridge of Sighs, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the canals of Venice, St. Peter's Basilica, all the things in Rome. So, yep, you won't want to miss out on this. And it's not often that this late in the season, we introduce another tour for the same year. Because
Right.
we're working on 27, and quite frankly, we're already looking at 28. So, yeah. For
so
sure.
get to Italy this year.
Yep.
FoxWorldTravel.com is a website. Monday through Friday, 866-GO-FOX-GO. If you want to talk to somebody about that trip and get more information, you can do that there. We're going to get to some texts because they're already starting to roll in. It's been a busy morning. I think people are just stuck at home and they're like, we're not driving anywhere. So
That's really
let's
good.
participate, which we love. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, it's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano for my team at Horner Plumbing. Home improvement, a great New Year's resolution. Time to get on the schedule now. I love Horner not just because of the great work they've done in my home, but because I'm supporting a locally owned business. Horner Plumbing, family owned and operated, been a part of our community since 1969. You get prompt service, honest pricing, and integrity. And let's be honest, if you're not offering those things, you're not going to be around for more than 50 years. Horner Plumbing, a reputation you can trust. Tell them Vinny sent you, HornerPlumbing.com.
Well, when it comes to decorative glass, there aren't many places that offer as much to you as we do. With our in-house artist, you can have your hand in the design process, or you can let them design something for you that you may have never even dreamed of. Beautiful works of art in stained and leaded glass formats, as well as etched glass and even rice paper designs that have become a pretty hot look. In China and Japan, many homes are designed with lattice windows covered with rice paper. The translucent paper diffuses natural light entering the room and creates a serene ambiance. Throughout the day, as the light changes, so will your atmosphere. So whatever your decorative glass needs are, you don't have to look very far. Just call me. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
You know, I love when the producers in the producer's booth listen to what we're saying on the show, because Jaslyn comes back with Human by Imagine Dragons, right? No.
Rag and Bone Man.
Rag and Bone Man, yeah. I'm only human. We were just mentioning. Sometimes we make mistakes. We're human.
Sometimes we do.
855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. 2026. Is there any paperwork needed other than a passport to travel in the EU?
Okay, so I'm going to be very political here and make a disclaimer that currently, no.
Okay, currently.
So what that texter, I think, is probably referencing is that we have talked about what is called an ETIAS, which is an electronic travel authority that they say is going to be put in place. Now, they originally said sometime in the middle of 2026. Now we're seeing it's being talked about for the end of 2026. So because the texter is vague about the travel time, I wouldn't say nope. Nothing is needed for all of 2026. So it really depends on when you're traveling. So my advice to you is to continue listening to the show and continue to keep looking back at that, because it won't be paperwork. It'll be an electronic travel authority, just like we need right now for the UK.
Yep.
So it will be like that for all of the other countries in the European Union. But as of now, a date has not been announced.
855-616-1620. Rose, do you know of any insurance that would reimburse you for a hotel cost that is non-refundable? That would be the only coverage I need.
Okay.
Thanks, Gene.
Yes. So what happens is there are sometimes rates that tour operators will offer or hotels will offer that are a little bit lower because it's a completely non-refundable hotel. Like when I book my hotel stays, like for a stay in park in Chicago or something of that nature, there will be a rate that is 100% non-refundable. And then maybe right below that will be a one that's just a slightly higher that you can cancel sometimes 48 hours in advance, sometimes 24 hours in advance, whatever it might be. So what you would have to do is you would have to look at a travel policy, and Travel Guard, which is the company that Vox sells as our insurance provider, would have coverage that would take that, would provide that. Now, it has to be a covered reason. So it can't be, we didn't feel like going. There is a coverage for that as well. The premium, of course, is higher.
Sure.
Does make sense, right? But if you buy a standard policy for just the cost of the hotel and you comply with what is a covered reason, and the covered reasons are endless. I mean, it's death of, your traveling companion, death in your immediate family. Immediate family description is given there. It's very broad. Aunts, uncles, cousins, children, stepchildren, that kind of a thing. Your home is rendered unlivable because of a disaster, aka a fire.
Oh,
so now my house just burned down. Do I have to go? Kind of a thing. So all kinds of things like that. So one of our travel advisors can absolutely prepare a quote for you on that if you'd like to. But yes, to answer the question in a very simple way, there is insurance that you can purchase for the cost of a non-refundable hotel.
Okay. Great question. Keep them coming. 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We just signed up for a March Northern Lights Vacations by Rail tour for March. I know Fox World Travel offered a similar one a few years ago. Do you have any suggestion based on that tour experience?
I don't, because I was not on that particular trip, so I don't have any recommendations. What an awesome trip that will be. Of course, everybody's always looking for the Northern Lights. I'm not sure, the texter doesn't mention where that trip is. Is that in the United States? Is that in Europe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I wasn't on it, so I don't. We did do a Northern Lights tour to Scandinavia one time that I know of.
Yeah.
So
travel news this past weekend, something big kind of happened.
yeah, so Sunday night, Saturday night, and then into Sunday morning, the news was released that Sun Country Airlines and Allegiant Airlines, both of which are considered to be an ultra low cost carrier, are going to merge. They're going to, it's a proposed merger. Everybody always has to be aware of the fact that there's all kinds of things that have to happen, including the government's approval and those kinds of things. But it is a situation where Allegiant is purchasing Sun Country Airlines for $1.5 billion. And so it is a consolidation that will make this a bigger airline. So for those of us who are in the Fox Valley area, we are familiar with Allegiant because they fly seasonally to warm weather destinations out of Appleton. And then they also have some yearly routes that they fly, and people love flying nonstop out of Appleton. Parking is very inexpensive. Accessibility is there. I think they're one of the first airports that started with the coat concierge service. You can give them your winter coat, and upon return, get
that's
it back.
Brilliant.
Isn't that brilliant? I think maybe Mitchell started it as well. Sun Country and Allegiant account for about 2.5% of all domestic flights. So not a ton, nothing to get too shook up about. However, Sun Country Airline is one of the carriers that Apple Leisure Group uses on a charter basis. So they might charter half the aircraft and Sun Country sells the other half of it on an individual basis kind of a thing. And I bring all of this up because on the 1st of February, those of us who are traveling with Steve Scafidi to Cancun are flying Sun Country.
So it affected you immediately.
So you can imagine the many people that started calling and texting and all that kind of thing. So we addressed it in the documents that we sent out on Wednesday of this week for those of you who are traveling. At this point in time, nothing to concern yourself with. Allegiant operating as Allegiant, Sun Country operating as Sun Country. And as that merger moves along, we will keep you informed.
When's that trip going again?
February 1.
Okay, so you're gone the beginning of February?
Yeah, February 1 through February 8th.
Fun in the sun with Steve Scafidi.
Yeah,
can
you
imagine? So what does Fox World Travel all do?
Yeah, so Fox World Travel, of course, does vacation travel, which is what we talk about every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. But we also do business travel. So if you're in need of a travel management company for your corporate needs, we can handle that. We also have a meetings and incentives team that are going gangbusters right now, which are people who are either planning a meeting. Let's say, for example, Siding Unlimited decides to take all of their salespeople to Fort Lauderdale and have a sales meeting. We can orchestrate that. Or incentivize their salespeople, sell X amount of windows, get a trip. Sell another X amount of windows, take your traveling companion. How's that sound?
Sounds spectacular.
Yeah, they do all of those things. So meetings and incentives as well as business travel, but of course the sexy side of the business, which is what we talk about here, the vacation side.
See it all at foxworldtravel.com. We go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Elizabeth Linton. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Dayton. An update on the search for a missing teenager in Milwaukee. Police say 16-year-old Serenity Sund traveled from downtown Milwaukee on Thursday to the village of Howard near Green Bay. She has been labeled endangered because they don't know who she is traveling with or how she is traveling. Sund has also not been taking her prescribed necessary medication. She's described as an African-American female with a shaved head, so she wears blonde or black wigs. She has a double nose piercing, tattoos on her left hand, and a scar below her right eyebrow. You can see her photo and get more information on our website, WTMJ.com. A pair of bills to end state income taxes on tips passes in the Wisconsin State Assembly. In one bill, tax exemptions would apply on tips until 2028, mirroring the federal deduction passed last year. The State Assembly's GOP majority rejected an amendment to increase the tipped minimum wage, which is less than the standard minimum wage. The second bill applies to a portion of overtime pay and has no expiration date. Both bills now head to the state Senate. A new bar and restaurant begins service in downtown Milwaukee's Vela R. Phillips Plaza. Draft & Company held a soft opening for friends and family on Monday and will begin operations with a limited food menu. This space inside has room for just under 80 people with plans for outdoor seating during the warmer months. We are taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We are still seeing backups due to that crash on I-94 heading eastbound near the St. Paul exit. We're also seeing some minor crashes causing some delays throughout I-41 and I-94. Mostly just be careful out there. It is still very slippery outside.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Shop Ken Michaels Furniture's January New Year's sale for savings up to 50% off on better quality furniture and mattresses. Showrooms in Greenfield, Brookfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, a few more areas of snow, high of 22. Overnight tonight, few scattered snow showers, low of 8. Tomorrow, light afternoon snow developing up to an inch by the evening, high of 20. Sunday night, light snow ending, low of 1. Monday, very cold and blustery, partly cloudy, high of 8. Tuesday, increasing clouds, high of 20. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a chance of morning snow, high of 26. Right now in Green Bay, it's 22. In Madison, it's 12. And in Milwaukee, we are at 15 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton in Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 9:32.
Planning for 2026 starts now. The best way to start is to reach out with your design ideas, and we'll work on putting together a winning game plan and design set for a 2026 install so you can enjoy hanging out next year on your beautiful new deck. And lock in on discounted pricing before the 2026 price increases. A great way to save money on your next project. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul. You're gonna love it all when you shop at St. Vincent de Paul. Old things, new things here for you. We're always changing, we're always new. So many friendly people, smiles from wall to wall. You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul. You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, and they offer early memory loss classes to help you. They specialize in this area. It's kindness at the core, locations throughout southeast Wisconsin. It's compassion, it's empathy. It's Wisconsin-based and family-owned, always welcoming people to come tour and welcome their new residents. I've seen their places. They're top-notch. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. Thank you for listening this morning. FoxWorldTravel.com is the website. You can look at everything we're talking about here right there. FoxWorldTravel.com. Let's go to the phones. 855-616-1620. Mike in Sussex, good morning. What's your question?
I got a question. We're planning on going to Aruba towards the end of February, and I'm just asking about what kind of issue would go with it. Should we take the trip or cancel the trip because of all the things that's going on there?
I cannot answer that for you.
I am going to Aruba at the end of February too, and so far we're planning on going.
Right.
So
this is one of those things where it's a personal comfort zone situation. You have to continue to monitor what's going on. when you're saying planning, have you booked the trip or are you anticipating?
Oh yeah, we're all
Okay.
booked. It's all booked. Everything's all set to go. So I'm just
Yeah.
worried about what is going on there.
Yeah. So here's the question:
yeah.
Do you have any kind of insurance that would allow for you to
Yes,
cover
yes,
it?
we do. We do have insurance on it. Yes.
Okay,
So
and that
we
is
cancel
that's
and get our
and is
money
that
back.
and that's cancel for any reason insurance, or cancel for a covered reason?
Hold on one second. Is that a covered reason?
That's because it's very
Is that a
important.
covered reason?
That's something you're going to
okay,
have to
I
look
guess
at
I
your
have to double check
policy.
on that.
Definitely look it up, because if you do not have cancel for any reason insurance, you can't just say, I don't feel comfortable going there. Because unless there is a State Department prohibiting you, a State Department warning or prohibiting you from going, you can't just say, I don't feel that comfortable going. So it would have to be something like that. So there are two different kinds of insurance, and the cancel for any reason is typically quite a bit more expensive and often doesn't give you 100% of your trip costs back. So something to take into consideration. As we're moving forward, all you can do is continue to check out travel.state.gov and then look at Aruba, travel.state.gov, and then type in Aruba, and you can definitely there find out what the warnings are. I caution you that many times it will say reconsider travel. And reconsider travel is just, do you have another option? The State Department is always going to err on the side of caution. They're always going to give you the worst case scenario. Also, when you read through why they've issued that particular level for a particular country, look to make sure it's not region specific. That happens a lot in Mexico, where you'll see some kind of a warning, but it's just one state in Mexico. So is there a region in Aruba that maybe would be something to avoid, that kind of a thing? So things for you to do, find out if you've got cancel for any reason versus it has to be a covered reason, and then continue to monitor. If there's a time limit, like if you canceled 21 days in advance, you have an advantage with regard to the refund you get. Those are things to look at as well.
Okay. Now you said that was travel.state.gov.
Yep, exactly. And then there'll be a spot up there for a search. You can just search Aruba, and then you'll find out all the information about what the State Department has. And again, I say this for anybody doing any international travel. And sometimes we don't consider the Caribbean international travel, but it certainly is. Whenever you travel internationally, register your trip with STEP, which is Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. And this gives the government the information about when you're going, where you're staying, so that in the event there would be some sort of a situation where the government is going to get you out of there or give you warnings or keep you abreast of what's happening, that's how they do it. Now, I will be honest with you, sometimes it's a little annoying because you get every notification there is out there, but I'd rather be over-notified than under-prepared.
Right, exactly, sure. Okay.
So keep
well,
on
thank
watching.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that information.
Enjoy your trip if you take it.
Exactly.
Thanks, Mike. 855.
Okay, thanks. You too.
855-616-1620. Let's go to Pat in Milwaukee. Good morning, Pat. What's your question for Rose? Pat, hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wondering if there are any vendors with a Thanksgiving parade package.
Yes, there are tour companies that offer it. Now, Fox World Travel can make those arrangements for you. We currently don't have one going for 26, and we don't often do that because that's a very specialized request. There aren't a lot of people, I think, that would, we'd want to make sure that you're sitting in the bleachers and that you've got a location and those kinds of things. But there are a number of companies that we work with that do offer Macy's Day packages, Macy's Day, Thanksgiving Day parade packages, and one of our advisors can absolutely help you out with that. So if you call 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those are our new seasonal hours. Or Monday or Friday, 9 to 5, 866-GO-FOX-GO. Anyone should be able to help you with that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Pat. Let's Sneak in one more quick before the break. Let's go to Richard in Oak Creek. Good morning, Richard. What's your question?
Oh, good morning, Rose and Dayton. We're going to Poland and other countries in Europe in October. And I looked at the travel.state.gov website for Poland, and it says no visa required. And we're flying LOT Airlines, and they also say no visa required. But what about the Schengen visa?
Yeah, that's exactly what one of the other. Yes, no, not yet. One of the other, an earlier texter texted in about that. It's called an ETIS, which is an electronic travel authorization, and they're talking about putting that in place sometime in 2026. Now, originally, it was going to be mid-2026. Now they've pushed it back a little bit more. So definitely you will want to continue monitoring that situation. Did you book your airline tickets through LOT directly, or did you? Is it part of a package? Okay. LOT will also very likely hit you up with a notification once it becomes mandatory. So, yep, it's something you have to do online. It's not paperwork. And it's you just stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. Continue watching that travel.state.gov and also keep an eye on your airline ticket. They'll let you as well.
You said ETIA, so that's the same thing as the Schengen visa?
It is. ETIAS. It's electronic travel something authorization.
Gotcha.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
On your trip, Richard. Thank you for listening. 855-616-1620. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts. And we're going to tell you what you get when you text FWT to that number. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
The only place to get this.
And mercifully, this one comes to a close as the Bucs will go back to the drawing board again.
With some of this.
From 2018 through 2023, you had consistency. You beat the teams you were supposed to beat. There's been a lot of inconsistency issues and, frankly, disappointment these past 2+ seasons now.
Get it all on Bucs Talk, your all-encompassing Milwaukee Bucks postgame show. Only heard here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert with my son David, president of Accunet. David, we're pre-approving a lot of home shoppers this time of year. Why should someone choose Accunet for their pre-approval?
Dad, getting pre-approved with just any lender is like showing up to a first date in sweatpants. Sure, you're there, but are you really ready to impress? Our rock-solid pre-approval is like showing up in your best outfit with reservations already made. We also have an excellent reputation among real estate agents, so having Accunet's name on your pre-approval can make the difference.
What else?
In addition to clearly stating we verified your credit, income, and down payment, we'll also run the specific home you're looking to buy through our underwriting software to see if we can approve your loan without an appraisal, which sellers and their agents absolutely love. Bottom line, we do everything possible to help you win.
Thanks, David. Don't settle for anything less. Get started with your rock-solid pre-approval by clicking on the blue button today at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when a spark of inspiration hits, we'll have the brands and supplies you need at prices that'll help make it happen. Like a 16-inch power tool storage rack, $24.99. 43-piece Milwaukee Impact socket sets, only $99.99. And Blaine's brand full synthetic motor oil, $3.99 a quart. Find the value you need to bring your ideas to life. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Drafty windows means wasted money. Call Siding Unlimited today for energy-efficient replacement windows and doors and start saving now. For a free estimate and honest price guarantee, go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news, a rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS caused by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $152,000 in taxes because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a clear plan and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Busy downtown today. The Wisconsin Juniors Winter Classic Volleyball Tournament going on at the Baird Center, as well as Wisconsin Winter Feist, which is a Irish dancing competition. So lots of cars parked around downtown. If you're coming this way, make sure you're aware of that. Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. We have lots of texts. Where do you want to start here, Rose?
Well, first of all, before I do that, before I get in trouble with all my people, I want to give a shout out to some room that's still available on one of our Alaska tours.
Okay.
Many of our Alaska tours for 2026 are sold out.
Right.
However, we do have space on a really good one. It's the itinerary that I love, the 7 days on land and the 7 days on the Inside Passage, which leaves on the 31st of May. Now, I don't know if that is what is causing some people to reconsider this because they think that's too early. But we do ours typically in June, July, and August. And this particular trip just happens to start on the 31st of May and goes to the 14th of June. So Alaska and Denali, the Great Land Adventure, still has space available. And we also want to give a shout out. We want to show some love to a country that needs it and is all about love, and it's Jamaica.
Yeah.
They got hit by a horrific hurricane. And so they want our good friends at Apple Leisure Group and Fox World Travel want everybody to know that Jamaica's up and running. And there are 2 nonstops out of Milwaukee, Wednesdays and Saturdays. I did some price comparisons for the Dominican Republic and Riviera Maya at resorts that were either in the same brand or very similar. And Jamaica used to be, a little higher price than others. That's just been something we've all known for a long time. I found some reasonable tour packages out there. So let's show our good friends at Jamaica some love, because it's all about one love, baby, when you go to Jamaica. And they saw so many cancellations after the hurricane hit. And it's true. There are some resorts, especially in the Montego Bay area, because that is where that hurricane's eye went right over. But remember, Jamaica is 3 destinations in one. It's Negril, it's Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay. And the Fox World Travel advisors know which ones are up and running. They know which ones maybe say they're going to be open by a certain date and it's not looking great. They're going to steer you away from that. But many, many of them in Ocho Rios and Negril are up and running and want you to come and experience one love.
We do have to take one final break, a segment coming up with more of your calls and texts, and we'll remind you what FWT gets. By the way, it's just a quick link to an event that's coming up. So you might as well just text FWT
You might as well.
to 855-616-1620.
Ready to cruise Europe with a little sparkle? Celebrity Cruises and Fox World Travel bring you the Mediterranean with modern luxury, world-class dining, and unforgettable ports. From the French Riviera to the Greek Isles, think chic ships, breathtaking views, and days that feel like postcards come to life. Ready to cruise Europe in style? Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com and let Celebrity Cruises turn your Mediterranean dreams into a stylish, sun-soaked reality.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. My training helps me at work when I lead by example. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Scattered snow, windy, a high of 22 today, 13 in Milwaukee. I'm Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. This is an interesting text that came in. It says, good morning, I have celiac disease and need to stay gluten-free. Can Viking Ocean Cruises accommodate my food allergy, including preparing it properly, so not using the same dishes when things are made? And like, how strict are companies on that?
Very strict. So I know the gluten thing is a dietary issue, just like when you have to stay kosher. That kosher food cannot be prepared with other food. So it's exactly the same thing. And the texter is asking about Viking, but I'm going to tell you, every single cruise line and now every single tour company is going to ask you, do you have dietary needs? Mm-hmm. And they are all absolutely vigilant about keeping you safe.
Well, the last thing they want is you to get sick on their cruise and go tell everybody.
Exactly,
about it, right?
Exactly. Or they weren't able to accommodate me. And so cruise lines, I think it's easier. I have many times on rivers as well as oceans seen a chef or a sous chef come out with the waiter and get all the specifics day one and then move on from that. So to say one is better than the other, they are all wonderful. They are a gluten-free diet is probably the most common request we get now. Mm-hmm. It's now that it's been identified and people are aware of that. So yes, Viking is wonderful, but they all are wonderful, quite frankly. I also have to quick say this. Suggestions for excursions in Puerto Vallarta. We're heading there Friday. That's why I want to answer this one quickly. I'm going there in the middle of February. So it depends where you're staying in Puerto Vallarta. If you're in the downtown area, then you want to go up to Riviera Nayarit probably to spend some time. Bucerias, you go up even farther. ATVing is a blast and a half.
That's a great excursion.
It is very much fun. And then if you are in the Riviera Nayarit area, which is kind of the new area, Nuevo Vallarta, it used to be called, then you want to go downtown because you want to go to the Melicon and you want to see the cathedrals and you want to go hang out with the locals and that kind of a thing. So kind of depends on where you're going, but in any event, hit it all up as much as you can or want to, but don't forget you went there to relax.
FWT, if you text that to 855-616-1620 today, you're going to get a link for a Globus event. And what is that?
So the Globus event is happening on the 12th of February. It is at Maggiano's. It's noon to 2. This thing fills up and sells out every single time we do it. The special treat for the Sip and Savor show with Globus this time is that there's going to be an actual Globus tour manager traveling with our good friend Nancy, who's going to tell you firsthand an unbiased opinion about what it's like to be on tour with an actual tour director.
It makes a difference.
It does.
For sure.
It absolutely
Somebody
does.
that knows where you are, has connections where you're traveling through. That's a big part of it. How can you get into places that other people can't, or quicker than other people can get into them? That was one of the big benefits that we saw when we did the trip. So make sure you get on that. Okay, please explain what all is covered in an annual travel insurance policy versus purchasing travel insurance by trip.
So many different things come into play. Once again, I encourage you to get quotes on both. Well, at this point, you wouldn't get both because you wouldn't know all your trips for the upcoming year. An annual policy may or may not include trip cancellation insurance, may or may not include baggage insurance. What is the coverage that you're getting medically? Well, how many dollars is that covering? Do you have Medevac? My most important thing ever. Again, heard a horrific story over the course of this last week where somebody had an accident in a foreign country, was stranded there for quite some time, and is now having to purchase a private medical evacuation aircraft to get them out of there. And you want to make sure that that is all covered, and those are all questions to ask. So you could actually put that in the Plan Your Trip. the goldenrod rectangle at the bottom of our page and say, I would like to get a cost comparison, and we can send you a quote. I just had to buy insurance for my spouse. As I mentioned, we're going to Puerto Vallarta in the middle of February. And although I don't need trip cancellation insurance on this particular trip, this particular person traveling with me happens to be on Medicare now. Medicare does not cover you typically when you're outside of the United States. So I needed a health care provider or a health insurance policy for him, which was very reasonably priced. So
that's good to know,
yeah,
because a lot of people that travel are on Medicare.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. So let's wrap this up again with, what does Fox World Travel all do?
So vacation travel, meetings and incentives travel, and business travel. So all of those things can be found on the very front of our website, which is foxworldtravel.com, and then you can choose what it is you're looking for. I find business travel very, very interesting and intriguing. So how they manage the non-refundable tickets for these people, how they help them write corporate travel policies, manage your travel. You know, sometimes you've got a HR person doing it, or you've got somebody in supplier solutions doing it. Hand it off to a professional and let them take care of that. So vacation travel, business travel, meetings and incentives travel. As always, 866-GO-FOX-GO. Seasonal hours, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 6. The offices are open 9 to 5, but the phones are open 8 to 6, and Fridays 9 to 5 as usual.
And if you missed it earlier, we did announce a new trip for 2026. It is the Treasures of Italy. If you go to foxworldtravel.com and look at the group travel, you'll see that. So if you still want to get to Italy this year, you can make that possible.
And is there a way to re-listen to this show? Just text in?
Well, of course there is. Wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, it's posted at WTMJ.com, and of course at foxworldtravel.com as well. So if you missed it, that's how you find it. Have a great week, Rose Gray.
Thank you. See you next Saturday.
We'll do it again every Saturday, 9 to 10 o'clock. It's a Fox World Travel Show. Joe Kraus and the crew from Annex Wealth Management coming in next on WTMJ.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands. The Upswing with Jeff Sherman.
When you look at what's happening in Milwaukee in terms of road diets and streetscaping, Shorewood is so walkable that you got to do everything you can to keep it that way.
I love the fact that our community is walkable, it's bikeable. How do we do more to protect the pedestrians, the bikers, and, you know, at the same time, make things accessible for car owners?
Saturdays at 11 on WTMJ. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs.
It's a robber, and if you ignore it, it will just keep taking and taking. I know how pain can consume you. It steals the fun out of life. It steals your energy. And it's just a dark cloud over a lot of people's lives, even on the sunniest of days. But your joint pain does not have to rob you of your life or your happiness. Because at Rejuvenex, we can alleviate your pain, and that can rejuvenate your life. In a world where big box healthcare has driven pain treatment costs through the roof, and has made it look like joint replacements are your only option, Rejuvenex has kept pain treatment affordable for almost anyone. And for most with insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, we've seen pain treatment paid for by insurance with zero out-of-pocket cost to our patients. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. Don't let pain rob you. Take action today so we can help make your joint pain go away. Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 10 o'clock, it's 16 degrees. Today, a few more areas of snow, high of 22. Overnight tonight, a few scattered snow showers or flurries, low of 8. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. A federal judge in Minnesota is temporarily barring federal immigration agents from retaliating against protesters as well as those observing their activities. ABC's Matt Rivers.
New information about the shooting of Renee Good. The first emergency calls coming at 9:38 a.m.
one telling dispatchers, "There's 15 ICE agents and they shot her, because she wouldn't open her car door." Paramedics arrived at 9:42 a.m., reporting